Tasha, that's Steph. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. We gon' eat a little, crank a little. Our story time is the best. Have you LOL when you click play? No, this ain't no clickbait.
What's up, y'all?
Hey guys, it's Steph
and Tasha, and we are back with another mukbang. If you're new here, thank you for subscribing. If you've been here before, welcome back. Baby, tell them what we're doing today, and hurry up.
Today, you guys, we are doing Mexican mukbang. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get into the video. We did the intro thumbnail in less than 20 seconds. So today, you guys, we got Laura's restaurant. So obviously Mexican food. I got cheese enchiladas, chicken taquitos, and that's all. I got double rice. Tasha,
that's pretty good.
is grubbing. How you feel? How you feel about the salsa?
It's pretty good. It's I like it.
Okay.
I like pico de gallo and a salsa, right? You cool with that if you get some more, right?
I love salsa and sour cream in my rice, y'all. Why? I don't know.
Cause it's good.
That's what we gonna do.
Uh-oh. Nope. These ain't it.
Oh, the beans
They're
in
not
it?
bad, but they're not, you know, the ones.
The ones, okay.
They're not the ones from childhood. There's just certain beans, y'all. These is just too wet. They're not it.
So I got some on the side, y'all.
They're not. They don't even have flavor.
That's my phone.
Don't hate me for this. Yeah, see?
Yeah, no.
They don't have nothing.
That ain't it.
They
got 4 stars on Yelp though, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know who reviewing them, but let's see.
I mean, our neighborhood is
I don't think they eat much.
I don't think they don't season the food that much. So that's such a stereotype. I'm sorry, y'all, but
cheese and salads too. I've had better, certainly have had worse.
Wow. Pepper sour cream bag.
Y'all, we were hungry. So,
And the hot sauce?
And this is like, it's 8:20. We hardly ever eat this late.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's do a video. So there's no plans for this.
Nothing.
We totally winging it.
I feel so short. Like,
I know, it's hard to eat on here.
I can't do this. Cut this part out there.
Got some guacamole.
Y'all can't see my whole head, but oh well. I need to cover that big mother up anyway. How's the food so far?
It's cool.
Oh, okay, so it's not all that.
It's cool though.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad. Check out
It's
these
better
Cheetos.
than not food.
Yeah, it's better than starving.
I didn't even tell y'all what I had. I'm sorry. I got a cheese enchilada, a combo burrito, or beef and bean burrito, and a taco.
I know y'all probably remember better than Tasha. I had a chicken taquito from somewhere on a video recently. That was bomb as hell. If y'all remember where it's from, can you put it in the comments below? And it was juicy. I remember saying the inside was juicy.
I'm hungry now.
I'm gonna talk about this show I've been watching.
Let me try
Trap Queens. I don't know the whole name of it, y'all. It's something about Trap Queens. And it talks about
Hungry.
black female queen pins. And they have like different episodes on different ladies. Most of them I have really enjoyed. And it's kind of weird to say, but I kind of feel kind of empowered by them in some way, a little bit. No, seriously, because they like hustlers, you know what I'm saying?
And the thing is this. Not everybody's gonna agree with me. Y'all know I don't care. But I just feel like this. I feel like people who become criminals because they're in poverty.
Right.
They're not being greedy. Now I think it's wrong to become a criminal or to be a criminal, whatever. But if you're hungry and starving unless you've been hungry or starving, you don't know what you're doing. Because I'm gonna feed my child if there's no other way, and you know, I think so. You know, what I was trying to say was that there's a difference between some stuff, but I don't want to give it away. What she gonna talk about?
Yeah. So I mean, they are committing mostly like fraud. There's some drug dealers and some other bad things. You know, I'm not saying it's good to do that shit at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that. That's not even why I brought it up. Why I brought it up is because there's one episode with a lady who decided she works at a college. So she decided she was going to take some of the students' financial aid, like it's not the whole refund, but like the offset from what their classes needed, and then whatever they were gonna get back, because you get a little change back.
So basically, if financial aid is paying you for your classes, they pay for all the classes and everything, tuition and all that fees, and then you have money left over. But they cut the check to the school, and the school's supposed to give you that money.
Right.
The financial aid advisor. Mind you, she was 20 when she got the job. She was 20 when this started.
Okay, so she also had like her husband or boyfriend was a crackhead, you guys. So I think she kind of got the idea from him. But anyway,
She tried to blame it on him.
Is that what she did?
I feel like it.
Yeah.
I would have been blaming stuff on him. Because basically he came into the office. I'm going to let you tell it, but I
No,
just
good.
want to
I want
He
you to
came
say.
into the office while she was working. She had no idea. She wasn't thinking about stealing supposedly or none of that. She just had a job. And he came in and he to get some money from her, she said. And he was like, "What you doing with these checks?" She used to, you know, get the checks or whatever and to give them to the students. And she was like, "You know, this is my job." And he said, "You need to cash them." She said she laughed it off, but it stayed in the back of her head.
So eventually she was like, she needed some money for something. Oh, matter of fact, he stole her money. That's what made her so-called do it the first time. Yeah, he stole her money like for the bills and rent and stuff. So she didn't have nothing. So she was desperate at this point. So she was like, "Well, I do have these checks. You know, let me try one." So she tried one and everything went through cool. So what she did was, she took the check and put it in her name. She deposited it in her account. She didn't put it in her name though.
She signed it.
She
signed it over to herself.
But the check wasn't in her name though.
No, the check wasn't in her name, but she put it in her account.
Right, and so then I don't know how she would get away with it at the school though.
Because the students didn't even know that they were supposed to receive.
What it was. Right. Some of them didn't know they were supposed to get the extra. Yeah. So they just wouldn't say anything. So she was doing this. Now I don't think this shit is cool, y'all. I don't want you to think that about what I said earlier. I think I'm bringing up her story because I feel like hers was one of the ones I really didn't like. I don't agree with stealing. I don't agree with stealing, period. I don't want y'all to think I agree with stealing. I think it's really, really uncool to like steal from people, especially some kids that's trying to go to school. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
let me tell you the first one we saw real quick. The lady, we saw at the same time, right? Or did you? Okay. So the first one Stephanie saw was a woman who, what did she do? Wait.
She was providing proof of funds accounts for people.
She was doing something legal.
Right. She was doing something legal that was actually legal. But then she got overwhelmed with the amount of people that needed it done. So she had to start making up fake accounts.
She chose to start
but it still wasn't like taken away from anybody. Like whatever she was doing wasn't taken away from anybody.
It was just lying.
It was just lying to help the people like get a loan or get something for them. To me, that's a lot different than you directly stealing from people. So anyway, back to the
original story.
Nincompoop.
She called her a nincompoop, y'all.
That was stealing from kids. And then another thing that I didn't like about hers is that, like all the other people, this lady that was on the proof of funds, her business is worth $6.5 million at one point. People are making a lot of money. Okay, now this girl who was stealing the checks. Her first, so how much did she get?
The first one she made $200,000 over the course of like 3 years.
Okay, so $200,000, y'all. And this dumbass is putting the checks in her own account. You put a whole bunch of other people. I don't even know how she was able to do that.
I think it was like one of them. It was like 75 checks. She put into her own account. She
going to the ATM just cheese.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
Taking pictures for the ATM, signing.
So they finally caught her ass. They caught her ass. This is how dumb she was. They caught her. Is this the one?
They caught her when she quit her job. She said, she always trying to make herself sound innocent. She said that she quit that job because she felt like she didn't want to keep stealing and she needs to get out of that position.
Right.
But she ended up finding another job in the same position.
Okay, look. So she quit the job. They caught on to her ass.
She just had another job, but it had nothing to do with financial or whatever. The detectives came into her job and said, we know what you've been doing. They didn't even ask her. They told her what she did. They told her about the ATM. They told her everything. And they arrested her. Put her in jail for 3 months.
She went in jail for only 3 months, y'all.
Yeah.
Which, she got off easy.
She has 2 kids, mind you. 2 young kids.
She gets out of jail. Somehow gets another job doing the same shit, y'all.
9 years later, she went in jail for 3 months, but she got another job in the financial industry 9 years later.
Okay, it was at another school.
At another school, in financial, she was a financial aid advisor this time. Last time she was something else. This time she was a financial aid advisor.
Why her ass go start doing the shit again?
Yeah.
This time she only get 60-something thousand.
Yeah.
Before they catch her ass.
But she did the exact same thing.
The exact same thing.
And she put them into her account. Anyway, y'all.
This was the dumbest criminal I've ever seen in my life.
Me too.
That was my point, y'all.
And I mean, you have children.
Exactly. Once you got away with the first one,
with
just 3 months, you should have just been on straight and narrow. Straight and narrow after that.
The thing is, the second time around, I'm sorry, the first time around, she had a job.
Exactly.
You have a job. Why do you need more? Because you're trying to keep up. She was trying to fund a music career. So she was trying to keep up
with her boyfriend's crack habit. She just left him alone as well.
Yeah. And her boyfriend was on heroin.
So you stealing from these kids to support your man's heroin addiction.
Yep. And one of the girls on there, one of the students, she was like, you know, she was a single mother of 2 kids as well. And she was like, you know, she stole my money. I think she deserved to go to jail or whatever. And the girl never got the money back. I guess the government is like, if it gets stolen from you, I'm not going to reissue the check. So she never got her money. So that was 77 or 65 students that never got their little bit of financial aid. So the second time she went to jail, they gave her, she should have got 10 years because it's her second offense, right? Or something like that. She had 1 year and 1 day. The judge felt bad for her. She's still acting like a victim. It's because she played victim, y'all. I'm not stupid. Right. I feel like the interview she was telling, I could be wrong though, but I feel like I'm know how to judge people sometimes. Not all the time.
I feel the same way.
Not all the time I can read somebody, but I can read her.
Yeah.
Okay, she was easy to read, right?
Yeah, she was trying to
get
got some pity party.
Yes. So she's trying to say, well, you know, my boyfriend, her heroin addict, she probably don't even have a heroin addict baby daddy.
Maybe not.
But maybe she does. But anyway, she wants to make you feel bad for her. How could I feel bad for somebody that was stealing from 19-year-old children? And you were young. She was young when she first did it, but now you're 30 years old.
Right.
10 years later, you still stealing from kids, and you have kids. Both her sons graduated from college. So you got children out in college, or maybe they weren't in college yet, but they put her in jail for 1 year, 1 month. Watch her do. She probably did 10 years again. She probably doing the same shit.
Yeah, so I don't know, y'all. I was just annoyed that she went and repeated the same crime the exact same way.
Right.
Maybe she liked jail.
Maybe. Let me tell y'all something about doing crime. We don't condone it, advocate it, or whatever, right? But I say getting water, getting is good. No, I say you survive. Whatever you do is what you do. I don't agree with it. I wouldn't do it. I've never done it. Let me tell y'all something though. If you're doing crime right now and you getting greedy, and you know, you're making enough to pay your rent and bills, but now you decide, you know, I'm gonna go to Hawaii, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there and spend all this money and do all this and give people this and give. First of all, doing all this stuff is wrong, but when you go extra and greedy, God don't like, I feel like the universe don't really. So anyway, with the first lady, excuse me, she was helping people and doing everything. Her thing was just to help people, right? She got greedy, and is, you know, going out buying this, buying that. Supposedly she bought 75 houses.
I didn't understand that.
I didn't understand it. They didn't really.
What happened?
That was like just a lie that she told. So maybe, I don't know. She had her attorney drive her to where I guess they said to meet them. That it was something, but it ended up being the Secret Service. Because that's when you deal with federal stuff and whatever government stuff. It's you're dealing with the Secret Service. They told her something like they know what she's doing or whatever, and then they were like, you know, we'll be in contact with you.
They basically said they were suing her. Not her, but her business.
Oh, they said we have an arrest warrant on your business, not on you.
Right.
Oh, how she found out is they froze her account while she was somewhere, right?
Right.
So they let her alone, right? She goes back to work, but she decides.
She goes back to work, but she decides she's not going to do that anymore. So her and her people are like trying to find other ways to like get the business up and running because all they shit is gone at this point.
But she's a hustler, y'all, because she hustled. She was hustling from a young age.
Right. So okay, so then one of her clients calls. They start getting into, I think, doing some other shit. But a client calls.
Legal stuff.
Yes, a client calls and they're like, please do one more deal for me. Please, begging. Finally, she's like, okay, I think that person was paying her $1.5 million to do it.
Yeah.
So she was like, all right, I'll do one more. You know, it's always on the movie.
Shit right now
on the movie, I'll do one more gig.
Yeah.
And that's it. She started getting ready to do it, and right after she hung up, they called her. Or did they call her?
What happened was her client transferred the money into her account. The client, on the client's end, it said, okay, you got it. She looks at her account and it's nothing. Right. She keeps looking at her account and it's nothing. And then she said, did you say the phone hung up?
Something
happened with the phone.
Yeah. They was just, that was her last chance. They was waiting on her to do something.
Waiting on her to do something else.
They froze the accounts, didn't let the money go through, and came and got her to go to jail. Yeah. I think she would have been let off if she would have done that last deal.
I feel like they was gonna leave her alone, but they probably needed one more thing.
She ended up getting 10 years.
She got 10 years.
10 years.
7.
10 years on. And one thing that I want to say real quick, Judge Mathis was on there and he brought this great point up. He was saying this lady, because they was talking about how race plays a big part in how people get treated as far as the justice system. And he was just like, this lady gets 10 years. I'm sorry, not 100. 10 years, but not one banker in the financial crisis of 2008 or 9, when the whole housing market was crashed. Not one of those bankers went to jail. Not one.
Not one.
You know how many lives they ruined? Not one of them went to jail.
And if you have a job that is paying you cool, it's not paying you enough, if it's paying you cool, don't go doing stupid shit. Because you gonna get thrown under the jail.
That's true. I mean, she was doing really well before she.
Yeah, she was being greedy
she was
too.
doing really well. Yeah,
she didn't have to do that. She just wanted to make more money, and she was spending a lot of money too. So she probably was like, "Well, I want to show this and show," and that's what happened.
And then she probably was like, "Well, I'm just putting a few numbers." She wasn't. The thing is, she wasn't hurting anybody. Yeah, you didn't want to make her feel like a bad villain because she wasn't hurt. She was helping people because it's like, let me help you. Get what you need or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's still fraudulent.
This thing, she wasn't stealing from anybody.
Right.
People were paying her to lie on paperwork, but the paperwork wasn't hurting anyone. Now, I mean, except for the businesses, if you give somebody a house and they can't afford it, and you don't lie, but they were paying her a lot of money, so it must have been something else. They had money.
Yeah.
The people had money.
They had money.
The people had money.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we gotta go because this is getting long.
Wait, one more thing. Okay. It was just the difference between the first girl and the last girl. Race doesn't even play a part in it, because this villain that stole all this money from these kids and was spending it on herself. Right. And first of all, she stole $67,000 in 2 years and was over there buying Louis Vuitton, doing all this. Sit down. But she said she was
Okay, come on, get to the point, because
Okay.
what you saying is about to be good.
Okay, this villain that stole all this money from these children got 1 year and 1 month. This woman that was helping people but stole, it wasn't even stealing from the government, but it was government involved because it was banks and it was loans. It was people that pay the government, banks and people like that. They're mad. So they like, you need to put this bitch behind the jail because we pay for you, government. Okay, can't say government too much. Make sure you clock it when I say government. They might come over here and arrest me for anything.
That shit's true though. They didn't care about the kids' money. They don't give a.
They didn't care about that. They cared that. And then look, they made this girl the one that they tried to say, oh, victims restitution. So all the people that paid her for the services, which they knew they were paying for fraudulent paperwork, she's supposed to pay all them back. She's supposed to pay them back. Who got the money?
Anyway, y'all, time about to run out at any moment.
All right, y'all. So if y'all like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you guys saw or are watching it currently. Yes. It's a season. It's a series. And is this the first season or are we? I think
it's the first season. Yeah.
Okay, I hope
first season. But we have seen probably like half of them already.
Is the whole
Yes, the whole thing is women, black women.
Okay, the whole show, not just
the whole show.
Okay, great. All right, y'all. So, bye.